So I finally picked up Luigi's Mansion 3, and to be honest, I'm not all that excited for it. Like, I know it's gonna be a fine game, but I really don't expect it to be Game of the Year material or anything, but you know what? Let me just shut up. Let's finally just play this game, see if I like it. I'm sure it'll be fine, and nothing more than that. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I did not expect to love Luigi's Mansion 3 as much as I did. To say that it merely exceeded my expectations would be an understatement. Now, I wasn't expecting this game to be bad or anything, it's just that I don't have much of a history with Luigi's Mansion. I only just played the first game recently, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, mainly because it was a 5-hour-long GameCube tech demo with inverted aiming. I'm sure many of these problems were addressed in Dark Moon, but I didn't have the chance to play it before 3 came out. I basically wasn't expecting that much from Luigi's Mansion 3. I didn't think it was going to be a bad game, but I also wasn't expecting it to be groundbreaking or even a Game of the Year contender. I also wasn't expecting to fall in love with it. I've never been so wrong in my life. Right from the beginning, the game sinks its charming teeth into you. Look at that. How can he see? That's adorable. The game begins with Luigi, Mario, and his friends arriving at a luxurious hotel they've been invited to stay at. Everything looks normal so far. All the hotel employees are polite, they don't blink, they don't move their mouths when they talk, and the hotel manager only speaks in ways that an evil person would. Sure enough, the heroic and cunning gang don't suspect a thing as they head to their rooms for a good night's rest. Now I know why Princess Peach always gets kidnapped. But this time, everyone gets kidnapped, except for Luigi, who wakes up to discover that the hotel is being run by ghosts. Not only that, but King Boo is out for revenge on Luigi, but he escapes by the hair of his mustache, finding a new model of the Poltergust and the Professor Egad. And this is where the game begins. I don't know if it's just because I'm fresh off of playing the first Luigi's Mansion, but the controls in 3 feel like a dream. The only minor issue is that the aiming feels kind of weird since the camera is fixed, but the game remedies this by automatically fixing onto targets when you are close enough. And yes, the new Poltergust shoots plungers. What is this, a Rabbids game? To be fair, it is a cool feature that makes puzzle solving and traversal much more interesting. You can shoot a plunger on a certain object and then just smash it to pieces. My boy Luigi has gotten some serious gains these past few years, don't want to mess with him. Of course, some objects are heavier than others, so he will need help from his loyal companion, Luigi. I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah, Luigi is a thing now. Yay? This was another thing I was concerned about, because I really don't like it when games include forced co-op segments, even if you're able to control both characters. Fortunately, Luigi is awesome, and he's incorporated extremely well throughout the game, as he dissolves through pipes and any form of fencing. Luigi will also assist you during combat whenever you're in a pickle. Oh hey, that reminds me, you're going to fight ghosts in this game, because the 15-story hotel is filled with them. As expected, you will progress through the game by exploring every floor to acquire the elevator's missing buttons to defeat King Boo and save your friends. The ghosts here know you want the buttons, and they won't just hand them to you willy-nilly. You'll have to use the latest and greatest version of the Poltergust to suck them up. It's funny because you would think that Luigi would be used to these ghosts by now, but you would also think that the ghosts would be more afraid of him by now. Not only does he just suck them up into oblivion, but he also flings them around like they're sacks of meat. I'm telling you, it's them gains, bro. Catching ghosts in Luigi's Mansion 3 is definitely more fun than it was in the first game, but I really need to stop comparing this to the first game. It was a GameCube launch title and tech demo that came out 18 years ago, and... What? 18 years ago? Oy vey, I'm getting old. In order to suck these ghosts up, you have to flash them with your flashlight to stun them, and then suck away. However, sometimes they require extra effort. They will wear sunglasses or hats to protect them from the flash, or they'll be one of these big Berthas which can't be sucked from the front. So instead, you gotta walk behind them and grab one of their butt cheeks in order to get them. While sucking up these ghosts is a fun endeavor, the game would be pretty boring if it was just doing this over and over again. Luckily, there are boss battles, and yes, almost all of them are amazing. You will not find one boss that even remotely resembles another boss. They're all just so unique. There is one that's a knight, another that's a chef, one that's a pirate shark, you know, typical video game enemies. Some of these fights will even change the environment around you, making for a more engaging battle. Well, except for this crapshoot. This brings me to my first and probably only major complaint about Luigi's Mansion 3. Floor B2. This floor is bad. Not like it's extremely hard bad, but frustrating bad. You take control of Luigi on a giant floaty while swapping between him and Luigi to open the gates. Everything wrong with this level is summed up by the controls. You move Luigi's floaty forward by using the suck feature on the poltergust, or backward with the blow feature. Thing is, it's easy to forget which direction you're facing, which button does what, and the water physics don't help either. And if you manage to get past these parts scot-free, wait until you get to the boss. Oh boy. But other than that, Luigi's Mansion 3 is fantastic. At first, it was hard for me to put into words what I love about Luigi's Mansion 3. Call me crazy, but I love just entering a room and sucking up everything in sight, hoping I'll find some loose change, cash, or gold bars. Yep, you still collect money in this game, only it's not just an endgame goal. You can also use it for Egad's shop. He doesn't sell many useful items, but props for trying, Professor. But back to what I was saying, the poltergust is at the heart of everything you do in this game. And I mean everything. Did Luigi forget how to use his hands? Seriously, you could just hold the water pail, you know? The poltergust is used to not only suck up ghosts, but solve puzzles as well. And they're made much more interesting with Luigi. Like I stated earlier, Luigi is implemented very well within the game, to the point where I never got sick of him. It certainly helps that the puzzles are intuitive and greatly designed. It just feels good to solve them, you know? Even if I did have to go online and find out, oh, there was a curtain there the whole time. But you know what I really love about Luigi's Mansion 3? What really makes it the icing on the cake? The presentation as a whole. Most notably, the animation. I still think Super Mario Odyssey is the best looking game on the Switch, but Luigi's Mansion 3 is by far the best animated one. The way the characters move is just so freaking perfect. It reeks charm. The animators that worked on this need to work on the Mario movie. Seriously, hire them now. Even just the little things, like putting a button in the elevator, it looks so damn good. This animation plays like 13 times, and I never get tired of it. Even the animation during gameplay is stunning. Are you kidding me? I think the animation and overall presentation is a big part of why I love this game. I'm not saying it's the only reason why I love this game, but it really helps the great parts of it come out that much more. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a game that just reeks of charm. Even when I'm not playing it, just thinking about it is enough to put a smile on my face. Not only is the game fun to play, but it's fun to look at. The developers at Next Level Games deserve a medal for all the hard work put into this project, and they also deserve to be forgiven for making Federation Force. In the end, if you haven't bought Luigi's Mansion 3 yet and you own a Nintendo Switch, you gotta buy it. It's probably the best Switch exclusive this year and one of the best games of 2019. What the hell is that noise?
I am the ghost of the person who once lived here. I have to reclaim my home. Leave now or face the consequences.
You may be dead, but I'll beat your ass. No! Thank you guys so much for watching this new episode here on FerrisWheelPro. Special thanks goes to my Patreon supporters, Justice to Free, Stephanie Ferris, and Smash JT. You guys are awesome, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I upload another one. In the meantime, you've been watching FerrisWheelPro, and I'll see you on the next ride.